Stop managing projects like a robot. 8 seconds. Ask yourself, are your projects thriving or surviving? What is the real cause of unaddressed team issues? You mind if I share a short story with you? I remember a few years ago, it was longer than that. It's 5, 10 years ago. And this was the first time I encountered this. And what I noticed was I was leading this major project, and one of my best team members, to protect the real person's name in this situation, let's call him Mark. So Mark was someone I counted on like clockwork. However, Mark started missing deadlines, turning in work that honestly wasn't up to his usual standard. It really caught me completely off guard. But here's the truth. My first reaction was frustration. I wanted to meet with him immediately and demand answers, but something told me to pause and actually breathe. So instead, I simply asked, Mark, talk to me. What's really going on? I'll never forget the silence that followed. You know, that silence where you are thinking, and I know I'm not talking to myself type silence. Eventually, he looked up and quietly said, honestly, I'm drowning. He shared his struggles at home that were completely derailing his focus at work. Therefore, instead of lecturing him, we tackled the issue together, clarifying expectation, rearranging workload, and offering support. By being tough on the problem and gentle on the person, not only did Mark's performance bounce back, but our trust deepened tremendously. I learned something very powerful that day that I'll never forget, that I still hold with me to today. Behind every performance issue is a person who deserves to be understood before being judged. Point number one. Be tough on problems, gentle on people. See, address performance issues directly and objectively without making it personal. Clearly separate the individual's worth from the behaviors needing improvement. Why is this important? This approach preserves team morale and trust, allowing individuals to remain receptive to constructive criticism without becoming defensive, or most importantly, feeling like they're being demoralized. Experiment with these actionable tips. Focus your language on observable behaviors rather than personal attributes. Next one, always allow conversations to begin with acknowledgement of their positive contribution. And the last and final one, reinforce your confidence in their ability to address and resolve issues. Point number two, coach the person, manage the performance. Again, coach the person and manage the performance. Provide personalized guidance tailored to the individual's development needs while firmly maintaining performance standards, and most importantly, accountability. Why is this important? Because effective coaching fosters genuine skill development, whereas managing performance clearly communicates expectation and reinforces responsibility. Experiment with these actionable tips. Regularly schedule dedicated one-on-one coaching sessions. Focus on skills and mindset. Next one, clearly distinguish coaching, which is more of a growth orientated, from performance evaluation, which is a more of a result orientated. And the last and final one, empower team members to self-reflect by asking guided questions rather than dictating solutions. Point number three, replace generalization with specifics. I want to park here parenthetically, family, because a lot of times in our careers, even in our personal life, we can give vague responses or vague feedback. What does that look like? What's an example of that? Well, a good example of that is saying when a project manager is leading a particular meeting and someone is their manager or PMO, whoever that's over them, are looking at them and say, hey, you're not being aggressive enough, or you're not holding people accountable enough. That is very vague. How can I work on that instead of being specific? Hey, Edward, when you're leading this meeting, one of the things that I notice is that when someone says that they're going to deliver something to you, and when the meeting happens for them to provide that item that they were responsible for delivering, they don't show up and you just skip over it. That is giving clear specifics of what the actual issue is. So I say all that to say, avoid vague or abstract feedback by delivering clear, precise examples and measurable outcomes for improvement. Why is this important? Specific feedback eliminates ambiguity, providing team members clarity on exactly what actions to take to enhance their performance.